It's 12 o'clock, and you're watching KCCI Channel 8 Des Moines, Iowa's news leader, with Molly Cooney, Jason Hoffman, and meteorologist Mike Lozano. This is News Channel 8.
Authorities are still on the scene of what appears to be a major meth bust in northeastern Polk County. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Jason Hoffman.
And I'm Molly Cooney. Well, what makes this bust so unusual is the length of time that agents have been working on it, and the length that the meth makers went to cover up all of their activity.
The lab is located about 4 miles north of Bondurant on northeast 72nd, and News Channel 8 was the first to tell you about this earlier this morning.
Brian Polson now joins us live with the latest on this still developing story. Brian.
Well, Molly and Jason, you might be saying to yourself, as I did, is this just another meth lab bust? In a sense, maybe it is, but this one is a little bit unique. You look behind me and you can see all of this open area with the scattered trees. Agents tell me that the meth makers were going a long way back there to disguise their operation. They had hidden chemicals in several different places all around this area. That apparently hidden some of it in trees, buried some of it, in fact, underground, painted some of it in camouflage, and even stuffed some of the materials in rubbish piles. Agents were here for a couple of days staking out this place. They were on to the meth makers, they say. And this morning, either overnight or early this morning, 3 men showed up here on scene, and the agents were apparently in the weeds waiting for them, jumped out and arrested 3 men, and since then, for the balance of the morning, the clandestine meth lab team was on the scene cleaning up this site and scanning the area, trying to find any more materials they could. Now, this is all out in an open field, and it's just about a quarter of a mile away. If you look over here from a residential area, it's called, I believe, Woodland Lake Estates. It's a standalone development. Other than that, this is a completely remote area north of Bondurant, perfect for making methamphetamines, perfect, of course, unless you get caught, Molly and Jason.
All right, do we know who was arrested so far?
Don't have the information on that. That should be coming from the Polk County Sheriff's Department very shortly, and we'll bring that information to you later in the day.
Sounds good, Brian. Thanks a lot.
In other news today, kids love days off of school.
And now, so does the Des Moines Fire Department. Firefighters say it's a good thing that the kids at Wright Elementary on the city's south side had the day off, because had they been there just after 10 o'clock this morning, they could have been put in a very dangerous situation. Some workers who were fixing the roof accidentally backed a truck into the school's natural gas main. Gas began pouring out. Mid-American Energy soon capped the leak, and members of the hazardous materials crew checked the building for fumes. Fortunately, no one was injured. Well, he was the owner of a popular Iowa summer horse camp, and he was accused of sexually abusing a man. The Madison County jury listened. The verdict: Michael Beecher has been awarded $600,000 in a civil lawsuit against John Bortel and Bortel's Ranch Incorporated. Bortel admitted sexually abusing the youth repeatedly more than 7 years ago and is now serving 10 years in prison. The verdict came after an 8-day trial in Winterset. Bortel did not attend. The ranch is now operated by his ex-wife.
A house explosion and fire has claimed 2 lives in eastern Iowa. 64-year-old Bob Pearson and his 65-year-old wife Mary of Lone Tree were killed early yesterday. Fire officials say the blast was caused by a leak in a gas line that led to a stove in the home's basement. The basement then filled with natural gas and exploded when it came in contact with the water heater's pilot light.
Des Moines police have now charged the Drake University student suspected of lighting one or possibly more dormitory fires. Ilya Saviladov is charged with reckless use of fire, which is a misdemeanor, just a step below arson. The Russian student posted $650 bond and left the police station yesterday afternoon. The school has already banned him from the dorms and is now considering whether or not to expel him. Well, it's called the deadliest fire in Sweden's history.
The blaze broke out in the town of Gothenburg just before midnight.